How are you doing today? Today is a good day, and I wanted to share something. Yesterday I spoke about a speaking engagement I had. I think perhaps it will encourage someone or speak life to someone and light to someone. Yesterday I had a speaking engagement with a set of, big shots, grounded and well-established professors, teachers, think tank leaders, from over 10 African countries in the Central African region. So I was invited by Dr. Dennis Foresia and his wife Lenora and the institute, the CAFU Policy Institute. Thank you so much for renewing those invitations. But something happened, each time I have to speak to like a very mature crowd that's like so seasoned. I'm like, okay, I need to come prepared, of course, and I need to give them something, communicate with their spirit. And it's always a little bit intimidating. It's true. I've had to do presentations and speaking engagements. By the grace of God, I believe in God. I've had to do speaking engagement the last 10 years, probably 200 speaking engagements, and I've spoken to from the ambassadors to ministers to street kids, right? Youth in the street, to women, powerful women, NGO leaders and network leaders, to students and people who don't understand anything about technical jargons, to those who are like so scientifically technical. So I've had all those opportunities and privilege to speak, to have speaking engagement with this crowd of people who are from extremely intellectual to no academic intellect. And it's always been fascinating for me. And yesterday I saw that again. Although I went in and there's a little bit of intimidation when you have like all this like PhD this, doctor this from Congo, and this one from Burundi, and that one from Rwanda, and this one from that. And you're like, okay. And we come and share what we have and exchange with them. But something always happens, which makes me realize that this is what I was born to do. And this is not just what I was born to do, of course, but this is like a purpose package that God placed in me for people. And something happened. At the beginning of the speaking engagements, people are always a bit, wary, they're cautious, they're looking with prudence at you, like, what is this girl trying to tell us? What will she tell me that I don't know? What will she add that I don't already know about team building or innovation or leadership or self-leadership or management or all that? A lot of those people, they already know. That's usually with the intellectuals, right? With those who are, for example, when I speak and it's something I do, I don't really share so much about it with street kids. When I speak to them, sometimes they're like, what does this woman know about our life? She's all up there. She's there, high. They see me high. And then we're able to relate. And afterwards, something happens. Let me tell you what happens. There's usually a moment in time, and I think people who have had the opportunity to speak to people, or to coach people, or to teach to people, there's something that happens in the atmosphere at one point in time, maybe 10, 15 minutes within, when you've already established, right, rapport and connected with the audience. Something happens 10, 15 minutes inside. There's like an atmosphere shift. And they start seeing you differently. But you can even feel it in the atmosphere. It's like the atmosphere becomes lighter. It's like this light. And what happens towards the time you get to 30 minutes, 40 minutes? You see literally light coming out of the eyes of people. It's amazing. And to see that yesterday from professors, these big seasoned think tank thinkers to see that spark in their eyes, as you're speaking towards the end, and their eyes, you cannot fake it. You cannot fake it. When I sent it in audiences, I was like, that is it. They have awakened to this truth, to this light. They're not just hearing, their soul has received it. There's an awakening that happens. It's amazing. I mean, it makes my heart swell with joy. Swell with joy. There's life in our words. Our words carry life and light. And so for speaking engagement, it's so important to prepare yourself so that the spirit you carry inside, the water you carry inside, you carry water inside of you. Biologically, scientifically, spiritually, emotionally, there's water inside of you. You have to prepare for every speaking engagement. Even when I teach, not just the speaking engagement, when I teach, I prepare myself so that there's nothing in that water that I have inside that is soiled, that is bitter, that is that has vinegar inside, or that is acidic. Because when you speak, you pour out yourself into others, right? So you have to be prepared. And when you see that water pouring into them and you see them becoming refreshed, you see the light in their eyes. It's beautiful. An awakening. Life, my dear ones, life. And I actually want to add this. I've seen people who they have an opportunity and the privilege to be speaking to people and the honor of having people's attention. And what do? They come just like that, and they pour, they just pour out I don't know, the spirit is not good. That water is not good. They're just heavy on people and just like, take what you need to take. Don't take if you want to take. I'm just speaking to you. This is it. They give you all their depression, their worries, That's why after listening to someone, sometimes you feel anxious. It's like anxious transfer, anxiety transfer, or just like stress transfer. No, you have the privilege to speak and to see that yesterday from professors, these big, seasoned think tank thinkers, to see that spark in their eyes, as you're speaking towards the end, and their eyes, you cannot fake it. You cannot fake it. When I sent it in audiences, I was like, that is it. They have awakened to this truth, to this light. They're not just hearing, their soul has received it. There's an awakening that happens. It's amazing. I mean, it makes my heart swell with joy. Swell with joy. There's life in our words. Our words carry life and light. And so for speaking engagement, it's so important to prepare yourself so that the spirit you carry inside, the water you carry inside, you carry water inside of you. Biologically, scientifically, spiritually, emotionally, there's water inside of you. You have to prepare for every speaking engagement. Even when I teach, not just the speaking engagement, when I teach, I prepare myself so that there's nothing in that water that I have inside that is soiled, that is bitter, that is that has vinegar inside, or that is acidic. Because when you speak, you pour out yourself into others, right? So you have to be prepared. And when you see that water pouring into them and you see them becoming refreshed, you see the light in their eyes. It's beautiful. An awakening. Life, my dear ones, life. And I wanted to share that because today we're going to speak to a different crowd. I will not be the main speaker, keynote speakers, because it's an event I am organizing. Usually when I organize, I don't make myself speaker. Principle of honor, you honor others and others honor you when you come and speak to them. I may speak maybe for 5 minutes, but then we have guest speakers, right? And I know we've prepared for this program. I know that we are charged, even spiritually, for 100 students, university students, to shift their mindsets, and their mind will shift. Their thought process will shift. Their look of life will shift. There will be a shift. I love it. And so it's a great opportunity to share that and to see it. And I just look forward to it. Before I leave, I just wanted to share this. For if there's still someone who saw the flyer, who's seen what we're about to do, le temps des solutionnaires, the time of solutioners. So 5 hours condensed with the mindset of solutioners, growth mindset, entrepreneurial mindset, critical thinking mindset, and inspiration that will shift from the material even to the spiritual. You know when you're walking in your purpose is the reaction of people when you're doing your purpose work. The light, the life you sense. And that is worthy. They usually say, when you've tasted significance, success is not your pursuit anymore. When you've tasted significance, that means the significance, your whole being aligned to what you're supposed to do. Success, it's a bonus, but that impact and that transformation and that awakening in people's souls, in that renewal of people's mindsets and people's minds, worth it as you communicate the Christ that is in you to others. For me, it's a great privilege to have that opportunity to do that with my life, and to see that is a universal thing. Beyond Cameroon, I saw it working in Cameroon. I've seen it working with people from Côte d'Ivoire, from Senegal, from Congo, from Benin. In France even, I saw that. In the different nations where I've been, I've seen people from Switzerland, from Germany. I've seen people, their souls awakening with the speaking engagement, the teachings. It's a universal thing. It's a spirit to spirit kind of thing. And it's beautiful. I look forward to seeing you to one of the speaking engagements, or to see you become that too. Someone who communicates life. Someone who communicates light. Pure light. Good light. From the inside of you to the outside. I hope to see more of us in this field, in this zone, because the world needs our light. The world needs our light, and people need our light. All right, be enlightened today and be revived today. Be blessed, and may God bless you tremendously, exceedingly, abundantly, above all you can ask or even imagine. Yay! Have a great day. Bye.